When we think of domestic abuse, we often picture physical violence. But what if the most dangerous threat isn't always visible? Criminal Law Associate Professor Dr. Cassandra Wiener has spent years researching an often hidden threat that's believed to be behind 80% of reported domestic abuse cases: coercive control.
The example I quite often give is one I came to very early on in my research. I was interviewing an independent domestic violence advisor. Her clients who had fallen truly madly deeply in love, and they had had a whirlwind romance, got engaged, they got married, and on about the third day of the honeymoon, the husband took a towel out of the bathroom and nearly strangled his new wife to death because she didn't do something he wanted her to do. And from that moment on, for the 6 years that they stayed together, if he asked her to do something and she didn't, he would go to the bathroom, get the towel and put it on the dining room table. And that would be enough to make her realise that she had to do whatever it was he was telling her to do. One thing that really motivates me is that the links now between coercive control and a future homicide are very, very clear. So we think the existence or not of control is a much better indicator, frankly, of whether somebody might be at risk than, let's say, the existence of physical violence. And to my mind, when we start getting that right, we will start keeping some very vulnerable women and children safe.
In England and Wales, a landmark law was passed, Section 76 Serious Crime Act 2015, which makes controlling or coercive behaviour a criminal offence.
Countries around the world are looking at what we have done and wanting to make similar reforms. And one of the really exciting things that I get to do is help governments as they decide how to criminalise coercive control. I've advised governments in Australia and also in Canada, and I'm currently working with the French government. So I was addressing the French House of Representatives a couple of weeks ago, actually, because they are right now, as we speak, debating new coercive control laws in Paris. Until all around the world these reforms happen, we won't really be best placed to keep some of the most vulnerable women and children safe.